Yo, what's going on, guys? So I did just over $500,000 here in the last 90 days. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down the three biggest levers I pulled and how you can apply these in your drop shipping business. Before we jump into it, I'm just going to go ahead and refresh here just so we can see that all the numbers are legit, right? Cool. So let's just literally hop right into it. I don't want to make this video too long, and I just want to chuck some sauce at everybody. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is a strong offer. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that down, and then we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna dive into what does that even mean, but let's write this down. So strong offer, right? So to get anybody to actually convert on your website, especially if you want to do this at a high volume, you're going to need to have an offer that people want, right? Now, I would highly recommend to not just do what everybody else is doing. 99% of people are going to be running, an offer of, let me go and discount my site and all of my products 50% down, or at a compare app price to make it look like it's more expensive. And then they market everywhere that it's 50% off, right? This can work, right? I ran for my jewelry brand a 50% off offer for a long time, and it worked fine. But I'm here to tell you that to get to a higher scale, you need to start getting creative with the offers that you test and the offers that you run. So instead of doing 50% off, and this is a learning that I had, we started testing different offers. We started testing things that were unique, right? I identified that 33% off sounded better, right? Sounded more legit. Less people were skeptical on if, the offer was even real, right? So first recommendation I'm going to make to everybody watching this video is test things that are different. Try to be unique with the offers that you craft. And there's many ways to do this. I'm actually going to recommend, if you haven't already, go check out the video that I have on offers. Let me just pull up so you can see where to find it. If you go to ecom.live and then you click on the search bar and you literally just look up offer. Okay, now it doesn't want to pop up. Okay, it doesn't like me right now, but there's a video that I'll find by just scrolling here. Right here, how to test good offers in 2024. This is a video I would highly recommend you watch if you want to get good at building offers. Here, it's completely free, by the way. Here I teach how to build them, right? Like teaching you how to fish instead of just chucking, good offers at you. So that's what I would recommend you watch if you want to get better at offers. The first bullet point, again, is getting a good, strong offer that you can scale with. So that's the very first one. Second thing that I want to jump in and talk about is going to be creative testing, okay? So most people that are getting inside of the drop shipping space or any e-commerce space, whatever, think that all focus needs to be on product, right? No. Finding a product that resonates with a target demographic who is interested in buying that product because it solves a problem, because they have desires that you can channel with that product, right? That's all that needs to happen on the product end. Everything else needs to happen on the creative end. And this was an absolutely massive unlock for me in the last couple of years that has 100% contributed to, in the last 90 days, doing just over $500,000 in revenue. How to do more creative testing, right? And this is another topic that can go super deep. And I'm going to just kind of throw some thoughts at you guys that I want you guys to think about. So when it comes to creative testing, only a small percentage of creatives that you test are actually going to work, right? I know for my brand that anywhere from 5 to 10% of creatives that we test work. What is that? What does that mean? How does that apply to what you're going to need to do in order to replicate something remotely similar for your business. Well, if you take a look at August here, and we take a look at my creative testing campaign in August, you'll notice a few things, right? You'll notice that we tested 34 ad sets, and 90% of those 34 ad sets are turned off, right? There's only a few of them turned on here. And out of those 34 ad sets, only 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 are giving me enough signal and enough sign that these are going to be worth scaling and putting more budget towards. All the other ones I had to spend money on to learn that they didn't work, right? But spending money on creative does not mean that it's going to waste. You learn from every single creative you test. And what you should do is after you test a creative, bring it back to the drawing board. If it works, ask yourself, hold up, let's bring it back up the whiteboard. If it works, you're going to ask yourself why, right? What winning variables exist in this creative that has worked for you? That's what you want to ask. If it doesn't work, right? If it doesn't work, you want to ask yourself, why? Right? Why didn't this work? Why didn't it capture my target demographic? Was I not speaking to them enough? Was I not speaking directly enough? Did I not have a good enough call to action? Was my offer not good enough? Was my shop placement not good enough? Did my copy not resonate? Ask yourself why and spend time to do this. Don't just jump around throwing shit at a wall expecting it to work. Analyze the things that you test. Okay? So once you do this enough, right, you're going to start to identify creatives that are working and creatives that are not working. From the creatives that are working, you're going to find what? You're going to find winning variables. And as you find winning variables, you can build an arsenal. I don't even know if that's how it's spelled, but an arsenal of winning creatives. And when you build an arsenal, and sorry, not winning creatives, when you build an arsenal of winning variables. And when you build an arsenal of winning variables, and I can go a little bit more in depth on what this actually means, you can use those as puzzle pieces when doing new tests. And this can be a huge, this can be a huge cheat code for you, right? And this has been a huge cheat code for me. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by this. So let's dive back into my ad account here, and I'm going to show you guys something. If we go back to December of this last year, and we take a look at what is the number one creative that we spent money on, you're going to notice that this creative that we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, it's very simple, right, to start, but we're gonna analyze it. We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna break it down a little bit here. So this is a creative that worked really well for us. We call it the melt sequence. Okay. Now I want you guys to take a look at something here. I want you to focus on what happens in this creative, right? We have a very simple copy. We showcase the product in a very aesthetically pleasing way. And essentially this is a creative that is a product showcase creative. It showcases the product. It has a copy that resonates with my target demographic. And at the end, it has like a call to action, right? This same sequence this sequence worked, right? This sequence has winning variables in it that we took and broke down and analyzed, right? And what I want to get at when I say winning variables in the arsenal, I'll break it down. Clear product showcase, the music that you hear in the background, and this copy over here. All of these are different winning variables. I can now take this copy, and I did take this copy, and I mixed it with other shop placements. I took this music, I mixed it with similar shop placements and different copy, right? It's, again, puzzle pieces. As you do more testing, and again, I can't emphasize enough that you have to test a lot because only a small percentage of the creatives you test are actually going to work. As you test more, you're going to find these variables. You're going to take these variables and you're going to start mixing and playing around with them, right? And brainstorming and looking at inspiration and then trying to craft a better version of a previously winning concept. And I want to show you again something here that is working for us right now, right? So if we come back to the present day, if we look at this month to date, here's something that you'll notice. You'll notice that a creative that we're spending a large amount of money on, this month we spent $45,000, actually, yeah, $44,000, most of it on this creative that I'm about to show you. You'll notice something very interesting, right? If we open this creative up, check this out. Well, let's watch it first and we'll talk about it. What happens in this creative? Few things, right? What you'll notice is that the shots that are occurring here are not the same as the one we watched earlier, but they're very similar. The types of shots, the clear product showcase is very similar. Why? Because that's a winning variable for us. I learned that through testing. That's a tool in my arsenal. Like that's a tool in my tool belt. Again, this copy here, this is your sign to get her a pet face necklace. That's a copy that works for us based off of the testing we did. And I took this copy and I mixed it with the song that went and worked in Q4 of last year. And I shot new B-roll at a beach that's also clear product showcase. And I put one and another, and you put it together and you test it. And you see, does mixing these now winning variables work and produce better results for you? That's the formula that you want to go down that rabbit hole, and you want to do a lot of trial and error down that rabbit hole. Those are a few of my thoughts, guys. If you found this beneficial, feel free to check out my other content either on my YouTube channel or on my Ecom Live channel. And you can find me inside of my Discord community if you want to chat more.